Hi guys, welcome to part 3. So in part 2 we ended up with the Yasashi, and I thought that I was actually done with my vintages, but I forgot one. So I also have the Tamagotchi Mothra. Yeah, but I still need to get a box or get a boxed one. The Mothra is yeah, more like dedicated to these Japanese monsters that they had in their Godzilla movies, I guess. That reminds me on these, I must honestly say, because they have these big butterfly and stuff like that. So I guess the Mothra is more like dedicated to this one. That's my feeling. But it says as well here on under this Mothra, no Tamagotchi, I guess, should this mean. And this design is a white one with a light blue and a darker blue frame here. And there are some more designs, and the Mothra has one design which is extremely expensive as well, which is it's a translucent blue Mothra. And a lot of people have it in their collection. I do not. I just have this one, but I'm trying to get more the greenish one. There's as well a greenish one with these greenish stripes, so that's kind of more green, you know. Yeah, but this is the Mothra I have, and it's most of the time inside one of my boxes. For example, like this one here. Not only the Angel and Osuji Message have boxes, there were also plain boxes for P1, P2, and you could put them into every Tama you wanted. So I have a white one as well. And what I really like about these, this is missing it. They mostly come with stickers, which I really like, because it's more like adding it. You will be able to attach it to your case, but I just like it if it's completely plain and looking like how it was when it was sold, you know. So yeah, this was now I hope one of the last ones, I guess. I think so. So this was the vintage model design, but if you saw some news around the world, actually, Tamagotchis were coming back these days, exactly in this year, and they re-released the P1 and P2 versions. And of course I got 2 of them. A friend of mine was, when they released it in France, he was around in France and bought them in Paris. And I've got these 2 designs. So this is basically the P1 design. You can see here on top it has the same colors from then, because the P1 designs were always purple and the P2s were kind of in this blue design. And it's actually exactly the same Tamagotchi, only with different design shells. In this case I do have the unicorn one. It's called Unicorn P1. For me it's more like a rainbow, but yeah, that's what unicorns do. They create rainbows maybe. And it's the Gen 1, it's standing up here as well. And on the back you can see as well different languages to explain everything. Yeah. And then here on the P2, this is the Galaxy version that you can see. I guess you can see pretty good how this version looks. The problem with these 2 designs was basically a lot of people were not been satisfied with these because the printing quality of these frames were not super good, and especially on the Galaxy design you were able to see how good the printer was or how bad the printer was doing his work. And you also had the same problem. There is a mermaid version as well, and the mermaid version was as well kind of very dirty sometimes, or it was kind of a nasty print. It didn't look good. It was too pixely, and yeah, a lot of people were not really satisfied with their decision. And I must honestly say, the unicorn one is a nice shell, but in my case it's too colorful, too bright, and I will think about switching them with another one but I'm not sure yet. I will just keep them from now, and I'm happy that I got at least these two. Yeah, but I guess they have been sold in Germany as well, so I might go out and we'll check that as well. So yeah, these are the two versions that I have from the P1 and P2 from 2018. Alright, and then there was, as you know, I told you already about the chibi version, and I have two other chibis as well that came out in 2017. This is the white Japanese chibi version, because the Japanese had a release, and then we had here in Europe a release, and this is one of the European versions as well. And this is series 1. I showed you the pink with the swirls. That was series 2, and I guess they created 3 series, and then some special ones with kind of it was looking like a fluffy shell design, and yeah, so they had different versions as well. So, and these are dedicated to the 20th anniversary from Tamagotchi. Yeah. Okay, so let's start with the connections that I have. I do not have that many connections, but yeah, the ones that I have, of course, I wanted to show you. So I'm starting with a V1. I do have a V1, and this should be the European design, and it's still sealed, as you can see. I've never ran or opened it. And what I really like about this design, it has a glittery shell, as you can see, and then it's translucent as well. And glitter and translucent is always a good combination. And it's more like, in person, it's more like an orange shell design. So you have as well here orange buttons. And yeah, this version was one of the first versions that was able to connect to your friends as well. So we had the connection thing with the Osuchi Mesuchi, which was the first try. And here we have the first time that Bandai used an infrared device. So you were able to connect with all your friends' Tamagotchis if you wanted to have it, or if they had a version of them as well. And yeah, as you can see, you were able to communicate with your friends. Communicate, I'm sorry. And these were first released in 2004. So a while after the vintages came out. And basically this is a European version, because on the background, again, there are a lot of descriptions in different languages. So this is my D1. But of course, Bandai would not be Bandai if they would not start with more versions. So I got myself a V2. So it says version 2. And this is a huge European packaging. I note that the Japanese and the American ones are way smaller. But yeah, I guess Europeans like big boxes. So this is the box from European version 2. And in that case, I was very proud to get the butterfly version. So it has a nice pink background, baby pink background. And then it has all the way down butterflies, which I super adore. And again, it's sealed, and I never touched it because, yeah, these are hard to come by when it comes to the butterfly shells, because they're very popular, because they are, yeah, they look extremely good. So, and this is again a European shell, or a European box Tamagotchi connection. Same as with the V1s, you had an infrared device on top, so you were able to connect to others as well. Then I got from Japan the V3. I'm not using the Japanese words to avoid to say something wrong. I'm always not sure if this is the Akai or Keitai or whatever version. But this is here known as V3 because of the antenna you can see here. And this shell is a pearly white shell. It's completely white except the pixels. It has red pixels. So this was an extremely meanwhile now it's an extremely rare version, I guess. I see it every now and then on eBay popping up or on Tamagotchi groups. But yeah, this is I'm really happy to have this in my collection, one with red pixels. You can see it here on the sticker on front of the display that it has red pixels because it's red as well. And this is the Japanese box, and they usually open like here. You can open that up and then you can put it off, and yeah, but I won't do that because it's still sealed, except this one. Yeah, so this is the Japanese box, and these are way smaller than the European ones. And then we have to jump a little bit because I do not have from every version a Tamagotchi. The last version of the connections is the V6, and I'm sorry, the V6 is known as the Music Star Tamagotchi. So you were raising a band and making your Tamagotchis more popular in the inside of this, which is really, really nice. So yeah, and of course you were able to connect as well. And these came all with a plectrum. And this is the American shell. It's an American shell design. In between we had as well the V4, the V5, which is the Family one. And then there was the 5.5, which is a celebrity version of. Unfortunately, I sold everything. Shame on me. But I must honestly say that I'm not so dedicated to the connections. I do not play them that much. Oh, we already have raised 12 minutes. I'm sorry. So I will cut this video from here. Before or after I showed you the design of the shell. It has a pearly white shell design, and if you put it into the right light, it's more like a pink glimmer on this shell, and it has these pink notes on it and then a pink frame. And yeah, this is a very, very girly version, so I had to have this in my collection. But yeah, basically I'm not dedicated to the connections that much, so yeah. I'm really more an absolutely fan of the color Tamagotchis. I must honestly say that because this is the biggest part of my collection. But now I will cut this video from here and see you in part 4. Thanks very much for watching, guys. See ya!